Francesca, have you heard the news? There is a man who invented a computer where all you need to do is enter your name and it will tell you about all of your ancestors. And that man's name is Mark Zuckerberg. Francesca, please, if you ever get a cell phone, and I really hope you don't, always turn it off before you charge it, or else you will get amnesia. Francesca, have you heard about these things called computer updates? Yeah, never get them. They're actually meant to just weaken your computer so that you buy a new one sooner. I can't believe what this world is coming to. It's like they really don't make them like Zuckerberg anymore. These are all things that my grandmama has said to me over the years. And to be fair to grandmama, she grew up in a very small village in very, very rural northern Quebec. And up until about 5 years ago, the only way you could get on the internet was to go to the local library, the next village over. I am different, okay? I remember what a floppy disk is. When I was a kid, I played computer games. As a teen, I used Windows Movie Maker to make little movies with my friends. And now that I am a grown-up, well, now I have my own professional Zoom account. And so, you can see that maybe with the exception of TikTok, I've managed to stay pretty hip to any technological advancements in recent years. My only problem is just that I'm, uncoordinated. So for example, my phone has a crack in it always. Like you would think I bought it that way. When it comes to video games, I've only ever been able to play the ones where it's actually a viable strategy to just mash buttons as many as you can, as fast as you can. And so I'm really good at Soul Calibur, but not so much Mario Kart. And during my first year of university, I fried my computer once by spilling a full glass of water onto it, and then a second time a couple months later from dropping a bowl of wonton soup on the keyboard. And so it's only after paying, not once, but 2 very expensive repair fees that I become, anal? So I will not put my computer down on any surface where I have reason to believe there has recently been a beverage, even if said beverage was several feet away. Absolutely not. I never drink when I'm at home. I never drink from an actual glass of water. Instead, I have my leak-proof emotional support water bottle. Shout out. And whenever I'm working in public spaces where there's lots of people moving around, I'm doing this. I'm making sure that no one can come in whatever radius this is of me and my computer. And by the end of university, by my last semester, these have all proven to be very effective strategies. So one day I'm at home, I'm studying, I'm on my computer, and all of a sudden the little trackpad, the thing that controls the mouse, it's just not really working. It's not picking up what I'm putting down. And I think, okay, whatever, no big deal. It's probably just a little glitch. I treat my computer like royalty, so can't be that big of an issue. And I just call Apple tech support. The girl on the phone is super nice. She asks me a couple questions, and then she asks if I'm okay if she remote controls my computer. And so while I'm on the phone with her, I can see her moving the mouse on the screen. And so I think, well, it can't be that bad. She's able to do it. And then she tells me that she's pretty sure she thinks that I just need the next computer update, and that's something that she can do for me. And so, of course, I let her do that. And so while she's doing this, we're still talking on the phone, and I feel as if we're just like two people involved in a heist, you know? She is like the quirky tech genius that's sitting in the van trying to hack into the safe, and I am suspended from the ceiling, just waiting for her to tell me, it's go time. You have 90 seconds to get these diamonds and get out. There's camaraderie. I feel comforted by her. And just as I'm seeing the progress bar on the update, it's nearing 100, everything goes dark. Screen, totally black. But no worries, she tells me. It's probably just the update thing, so I'm gonna book you an appointment at the Apple store so they can take a closer look. And I think, great. Not panicking. She knows what she's doing. She's super nice. Over at the Apple store, I answer a lot of the same questions that she asked me. No, I haven't had any issues with my computer up until the trackpad thing. No, it has definitely not come into contact with any liquids whatsoever. And no nefarious usage, just surfing the web and writing my essays. The technician over there, he unscrews the smooth aluminum case of the computer, and it only takes about a half a second before he says, all right, got it. It's water damage. But what? No, that's not it. Try again. And he points at this little red dot that is just kind of hidden amidst the innards of my computer. He goes, this is an LCI, liquid contact indicator. When it's dry, it's white. When it comes into contact with liquid, it's red. I'm sorry, ma'am, but this is water damage. Okay. Okay, very, very compelling stuff. The LCI, got it. It's just that that's not possible. And I tell him about my emotional support water bottle, and I tell him about this, and why I'm not invited to group study periods, and I've been fine with that this whole time because I know that it's in service of a bigger project. He looks at me and he goes, the LCI doesn't lie. Okay, but except for it is right now. And so I think, okay, maybe the guy thinks that I just don't want to admit that it's water damage because Apple Care doesn't cover water damage. And so, maybe he thinks I'm trying to get out of the fees or something, whatever. And so I tell him maybe just a notch too loudly, look, it's not like I think I'm above water damage, okay? As in, like, I know what water damage is. I've been water damaged. You just look in your files, whatever, you'll see in my history, look up my name. I can own, I have no shame about owning my water damage. It's just that this is not that. So check again. And I know that things are not looking good for me here. It's not looking good. I start to think back about the last time that I saw my computer alive and well. I'm like, okay, I was at the library, I was doing modernist literature. Okay, that was fine, got through class, everything good. Then I came home, studied a little bit there, did some online shopping, everything fine. Then the keypad thing, okay, whatever, I called the support. Then she did the update. Oh my God, it's the update. There's absolutely no other explanation. Of course, it's the update. I bet you the second she started downloading that update, that LCI turned red. It's probably the only reason the update even exists. And I bet, because she was really nice, I bet you that the employees, they probably don't even know about this. I bet it's just those sneaky, greedy fuckers that took over when Steve Jobs died. I actually don't even think he's dead. Okay, so I see how it is. I'm still in the Apple store. I have uncovered something big. But I gotta stay cool because I know what happens if I start to say these things out loud. I've seen the videos. Have you seen the videos of like full adults having just complete tantrums at the Apple store? Do you know what videos I'm talking about? There's that woman who like bangs on the stroller and she's like, my Apple Care. I don't want to be that, okay? I don't want to be that. And so I take a deep breath. I lower my voice. And I look at the technician and I go, look, listen, look, okay, I'm gonna pay the repair fee. No question about it, all right? I'm gonna pay the repair fee. It's all good, because I have no other choice. Because I, like the rest of my generation, have an unhealthy addiction to your products. And I would give you my kidney right now if it meant that you would sell the iPod Classic again. So we're good. But just be real with me, okay? You can tell me. It's okay, I'm not gonna tell anyone. You can tell me. It's gonna feel good to just let it out. Just tell me the truth. It's the update, right? And the technician looks at me and I can tell he's taken aback by this. The sheen of being an Apple genius kind of fades away for a moment. And I realize that I am just standing in front of a person. Okay, a person who has become an unwilling cog in the machine that is tech-driven consumerism, and by the time he figured it out, it was much too late. He was far too deep. And he looks at me with his Jordan Peele get out eyes, and he says, I'm gonna go get my manager now. And so it's there, standing alone at the Apple Genius Bar. I'm realizing that none of the other geniuses want to make eye contact with me. And I realize that maybe Kamama and I are not so different after all. Thank you.